Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Jabro JB back at it again with another video here on the African Fighters. And the title of this video, as you have seen already, is What the hell is going on with Francis Ngannou? Before we get into it, please consider liking and subscribing to the African Fighters, where we give you exclusive content, original content of all things Africans in combat sports. So, all right, so let's get to the basics. Let's get to the beginning of things. Why are we talking about Francis Ngannou? All right, let's take it back. Francis Ngannou is the UFC champion. He refused to agree on a new contract or the terms of his contract with the UFC because he needed some things added into the contract. This is a popular story that has been going on for a while. The thing that Francis Ngannou wants is he wants a clause where he can actually go and box, be a boxer of some sort. I think he wants to go pro in boxing as well. So he wanted something in his contract that would allow him to box. And the UFC would not budge because they don't really do business that way. And that is why there was a stalemate. And Francis Ngannou did not extend his contract. Right now, he had an injury or on his knee, he had a surgery, and his contract is coming up this December. So December is just 2 months out. Francis Ngannou officially is still with the UFC until December. Okay, and after December, when he gets out of the contract, then he can actually go out and do his boxing bouts or whatever he wants to venture in. But he had made his intentions clear. He has come out in multiple interviews and spoken about it. So now we are sort of like waiting to see after the surgery what's gonna happen. One of the things that we knew about at the time of the surgery was that Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou have been talking about fighting for a long time in the sports of boxing, of course. Sometimes they mention some gimmicks that they'll put in there that wouldn't make it a boxing bout, but that's not the case. Now, Tyson Fury now is popular or notorious in the world of boxing as someone who just stirs drama on social media about fighting uh, boxers, potential opponents, and then letting the fight fall out without actually engaging. So I'm trying to not say that Tyson Fury is chickening out of all his fights, but with that attribute of Tyson Fury, somebody that you cannot trust. You cannot trust Tyson Fury even if you have a verbal agreement, unless you have to sign pen to paper. That's when you would agree because the guy, to be honest, is just out there. And to be honest, at this point, people are calling out his bluff. I'm not here to talk about Tyson Fury. I'm talking about how this might be risky for Francis Ngannou to trust Tyson Fury for a bout. Now, what got me to make do this video is last night we saw Deontay Wilder uh, an incredible knockout in his comeback fight after his couple of fights with a couple of losses with Tyson Fury, and Deontay Wilder uh, answered a question. I'm just gonna show you here. There's an article here by the Insider where this is where I want you guys to pay attention. So, yeah, Wilder said he would most definitely fight Ngannou. I think that would be an intriguing fight, and it would be a fight that will bring a lot of interest, Wilder said. Yes, yes, that is quite intriguing. Obviously, there'll be a lot of buzz, but we don't know if Ngannou is on the same level as Wilder, but that's something that we would love to see, and we would want to see Ngannou get a payout. So now, Ngannou has Ngannou has started to get options outside of the UFC, be it be it fighting Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. I'm not sure if Anthony Joshua would want to do one of these because these are the three biggest boxing names. So in the heavyweight division. So December is approaching, and John Jones recently made his there's some mumbles have been coming up about John Jones. John Jones coming back. I believe there's an article here by MMA Mania. Anyways, it's from some tweets from Ariel Hawani. I want you guys to pay attention here, please. It says UFC has been in dialogue with John Jones' team about fighting in the main event of December 10. That's UFC 282, I believe. Initially, hope was Ngannou Jones, but given Ngannou's knee recovery plus contract status, a long shot opinion too is Miocic. There's another tweet here. He says, if they can get Jones, Miocic done, they'll be at the UFC 282 main, and the main will be and the co-main might probably be Prohatska and Teixeira, Glover Teixeira. However, ESPN has reported that Glover and Prohatska are ready for UFC 282. However, we don't know if John Jones will be added to that. And if John Jones is added to that, would John Jones fight for the title against Francis Ngannou? Or at that point in December, would the UFC strip Francis Ngannou and then make a title fight between Miocic and John Jones? Because Miocic never really got his rematch with Ngannou. And John Jones would want to fight for the title. So is that what we're going to see in December? Or are we going to wait till 2023? Or are we still going to see Ngannou in the UFC? So these are so many questions. What is going on? 2 days ago, Ngannou posted a meme about fighting Hasbullah. And then I was like, oh shoot, this guy still fights with the UFC. Um, to be honest, as a UFC fan, an African MMA fan, it's kind of frustrating for me because I don't know the direction that Francis Ngannou is headed. This year alone, we have lost one African champion in Kamaru Usman. We've got Easy now with a very, very serious threat from uh, the Brazilian guy. Gosh, I forgot his name. I'm sorry. So we might see Easy is coming up. Hopefully, Easy defends the title, and then if Ngannou gets stripped of his title, will be down to just one champion. Or if Easy loses, God forbid, we would have no African champion. This is a nightmare for African MMA fans. So I don't know. You guys tell me about how you feel about this in the comment section below. Um, we try to bring you all the news about African MMA, and we'll keep an eye close on Ngannou's situation. So we just hope to see Ngannou back there. And yeah, that's everything, guys. African fighters, we out.
Come on, Africans!